origin and the the sort of one of the part of the inspiration for you was to give something back to your father's spirit that he could have. That's the way I think you've told it in the trailer.
The idea came from my father, who always, not only my father, but somehow my father's words had a big imprint in me. And he would always sometimes say like, oh, I want to go to Tibet before I, die. And then when my father passed away, when he couldn't go there, and he was just a green card, he didn't even have citizens, so he died without all those like citizenship. And so all of a sudden I had this idea of, okay, first it was very frivolous in a way, because I was like, if they cannot go, can I bring a piece of Tibet? And then it started off with that, and then the plan grew. When I started having this idea, I started thinking, and when I was writing proposal also, I had all this I. So initially I was thinking, this is my idea, all this. And more I thought about it, I realized it's really, I'm only like a postman. I mean, I have this idea, but the bigger part was, it was bigger than me. So I rewrote all the proposal. Actually, it's just funny, but it's just my way of dealing with that thought. So I had everything, wherever there's, I have to put I've all made it in a smaller I, and my names all comes into a lowercase, so that so yeah, that's why when someone say, oh, your soil project, it's very I thought somehow I just felt it was everybody's project, like that,
So is all the soil now been taken away?
Yeah, we had it for exhibition 3 days. Actually, yes. I thought it should be for 1, but then we extended it for 3 days, and then at the end of the day, the 3rd day, and then we requested people to take it and do whatever they want with it. Some wanted to grow flowers. Some wanted to make some kind of locket with, all this. So I'm curious what right now, if I go back in Dharamsala, maybe, and some has already come here with all the relatives calling one another, please save some for me. And so yeah, so it's all, I think it's spread quite well, I think.
But it's wonderful that the reactions are not just a sense of loss. Like, it's not only about loss, it's not only about nostalgia of loss and exile. It sounds so hopeful.
Yes. Also, I think many times, I mean, we always respect rationality too much sometimes, but so I didn't want people to react in very rational way. So I raised the stage to almost 6 feet. We can see just a bit of it, and then when they all of a sudden are on the sculpture or the stage, immediately they react in emotional way. They cannot.
They couldn't see it approaching
it. They don't get
it.
enough time to think so much. So that's how I think, in so many ways, how you sometimes I think really how you feel in a purely emotional way. That's what many of your behaviors are governed. Yeah. And so they responded in that way, and some recalled their homeland and when it was childhood and all those. So these things, all of a sudden, so they didn't have enough time to guard. So it just came out. Some are like, oh, I'm a 3rd grade student, and I promise on this soil that I will study very hard. There were some who were actually eating it, some putting it on their face, some on their head. So it was it was a very, very vibrant, very active. And I didn't know where to look.
because of someone.
There's so many things happening on the ground.
When you said, you were called to meet His Holiness, but you didn't have time to prepare, what did you mean by prepare? Did you mean mentally, or did you, aside from not being dressed in Tibetan, what would you need to be ready to go there? And then explain what happened when you went to his quarters.
For me, it was a very good experience, personal experience. And I even didn't know what he's going to do with the soil. So I was like, should I place it down? Should I, I didn't know. And then he started with his index finger, he started writing. And first I didn't know what he's going to do. Maybe he was playing with me, or so. So first he went like this, and then when he moved the other end, I knew, oh no, he's going to write Tibet. So he wrote Tibet in Tibetan script, and I think that was art. I thought, like, wow, that was really beautiful. I thought, and then after a while he gave us like a very fatherly advice. It was really nice, and he also...
What was the advice?
Oh, like, we should communicate with like Chinese individuals, and also as an individual, everyone should work with whatever they can regarding like Tibetan issue and all. So there's no, basically, if you're an artist, you do this. If you're a filmmaker, or if you're just in any other field, just everyone try your best. So don't lose your hope. That was his message, I think. Don't lose hope.
Do you know reactions of, let's say, Han Chinese, either in, who might have seen this, or Han Chinese abroad? What has been some of that reaction?
For me, I think it mostly depends on the individual itself. But I know few actually one or two artists who were very, very moved by it, very appreciative of it, and not only they also wanted to invite other friends to look at the project, and so I think it was very much like they already know, in a way, what Tibetans feel, but to be able to see it in a very explicit way made it more immediate in connection, observation, and all those things, I think.
If there's anything else you do want to say to any audience.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.